Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know you guys know the game Among Us was popular. Everyone started playing, but today we're going through some tips that help in Among Us Part 1 on how to be imposter 80% of the time and to see how people are faking tasks. So if you want a part 2 to this video, like this video and a couple likes and I'll do a part 2. So yeah. Okay, so our first one is to see if, I'm camping at admin to see when they run away, to see if the task thing goes up, to see if they're faking or not. See, I think red might have just faked. Stink fart. Stink fart. See, look, the task thing went up on the top left corner when he left the admin cart, so that means they're not faking the task. Okay, yeah, so for our second tip is going to be when there's just, this is for if you're a crewmate or imposter. Well, this wouldn't be technically, but don't be first of all, if you're an imposter, don't be just spamming in the chat, I'm not imposter. And also don't be saying self-report. It's so red, because if you say that stuff, you're just making yourself sus, and you don't want that. And when you're like a crewmate and you don't know it's someone, don't be like, oh, it's so red. Be like, okay guys, red is sus. And be like, because everyone is just spam talking, be like, this red is sus, I think we should vote him out. And then you vote him out. You're not just being like, oh my gosh, it's so red. It's so red. Because that's another reason of just making yourself sus. So task 2 is just don't make yourself sus. So our next tip is going to be, when I'm a crewmate, I like to say, during emergency meetings, I have med-based scan and I have garbage. You can watch me do med-based scan and garbage if you want. That just shows everyone that I'm not imposter. And all those tasks where you can see people do, that makes you no imposter, everyone's fine being next to you. So that's one thing I like to say. I have med-based scan. So you just put that and people would watch you. I obviously don't have med-based scan, so they can't watch me, but that's a good tip. Oh, and another tip is never, it's these are the good times to vote. Good times to vote is not, it's not good to vote first, because then you're just like, okay, you're voting first. Why is he voting so fast? If you vote the second it is, everyone's like, why is he voting so fast? Nobody's you don't know if anyone's sus, you don't know if anyone's killing anybody in front of someone. So that's another thing I like to do. And I usually wait for a couple more people to vote for me, and I don't like to vote last either. Okay, so one thing I like to do when I'm an imposter is I like to just fake. Like I'm doing it. So I just so when there's no one near me and the sabotage thing goes off, I just like to fake it like that. Another thing that's not smart to do is just when you're near everybody, it's not smart to just stand still. Well, stand still when you're not faking a task. And then, and one thing is don't stand up too much for. So Lemon said, I saw white vent. And I said, where? And it's not smart to just stand up for your partner, because then they might know that you're it and be like, he's like, when did I vent? And you would be like, he did not vent. Because obviously, if I put that, people would be like, okay, he knows. If he's my partner, why'd you be standing up for him that much? So that's a good tip. Mm. So another thing, guys, well, I'll show you, yeah. It's not good to just, so if you're in front of one, don't sabotage all the doors. When you're done sabotaging all the doors and then you move, people will like, since all the doors are closed, you stopped and then you moved. When all the doors were closed, everyone would be like, okay, so that's totally you. And another good thing is to self-report. That's a really good thing I like to do when I'm an imposter. And another thing is that when there's 3 people, if you're an imposter, you can just kill one of them and you'll win. And especially when there's 4 people, especially that's when you don't want to vote first, unless you know it's someone. Another thing I like to do, guys, is be like, since if there's 3 people left, I'm an imposter. He's the Blue's not talking. I'll say, like, yes, vote Blue. He's not talking, so he won't say anything. We both vote Blue, and we won. We won the game. Let's go. And we win. Another tip is, I know I'm an imposter, but when you're an imposter, don't fake tasks like medbay scan, meteor, and the last one of trash can scan, because that is basically, if they don't see that happen, it's just gonna be, they know it's like, alright, he faked that, he's an imposter. And here are some other tasks that you shouldn't fake. This one, don't fake this task when the comms aren't sabotaged. Don't fake this task when the lights aren't off. If you want to fake this task right here, don't be on it for too long. Don't fake this task. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, part 1 of Among Us tips.